High Broadcasting Daily Announcements. I'm Shane, and that's Michaela. Yep. Not as used to this. This is not Tramer, so this is weird.
This is Cam.
Yeah, it is.
Now you're supposed to say me.
Michaela.
Mac.
All right. Tuesday, November 8th, which is today. Distracted driving program will be going on throughout the day for different groups. If you need to check your groups, they're posted throughout the school. That'll be going on Tuesday and Wednesday. So make sure you know what group you're in so we don't have to have the hassle of figuring out where you're at.
For Thursday, November 10th, there's a junior high wrestling tournament at Plainview starting at 6 p.m. and a junior high girls basketball game at Westfield at 6:30 p.m.
Friday, November 11th, Veterans Day program. The elementary Veterans Day program will be at 8:30 in the morning, and the high school Veterans Day program will be at OHS at 10 a.m. And I believe that's moved from St. Mary's, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
It was originally supposed to be at St. Mary's, but they moved that to OHS because St. Mary's is getting out of school for their volleyball team. And then also on Friday, there will be a football semifinal playoff game at Boys Town in Omaha. O'Neill versus Boys Town, 7 o'clock, so that'll be fun for sure. If you can get down to that, go ahead. And I think they're taking a spirit bus for sure, and there's even talk of maybe 2, depending on how many people sign up.
So do we know what the whole situation for school is on Friday? Are we going?
Yeah, we're going till everybody, well, obviously I'm not going to be here, but everybody's going until 1 o'clock, I believe, and the school's out at 1 or something like that.
Okay.
But the football players will be gone before that, so that doesn't really affect me.
Attention boys basketball players, if you are not out for football and are planning on going out for basketball this winter, we will have a meeting at 3:30 on Wednesday in the lecture hall. If you cannot attend this meeting for whatever reason, make sure you contact Coach Koloff beforehand.
FFA fruit sale deadline has been extended to today. Get your sheets filled up and shoot for $300 in sales.
Due to great demand, EEB will place another order of the O'Neill Athletics clothing. If interested, please fill out this form online or print and bring to Mike Peterson at OHS. Orders are due Monday, November 14th.
Yeah, those O'Neill Athletic sweatshirts and t-shirts are extremely popular.
Yeah, and the link for those is just on the announcement, so you can go right to that and it'll take you to the Google form.
1X Cast and Crew. Please report to practice at 7:48:5 Tuesday through Friday this week. Also, we desperately need an additional lighting technician. If you know someone or would be willing to run the follow spotlight, send them to the 1X. Interesting.
There is an impaired distracted driving program going on this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's a really cool opportunity for all of our students and is sponsored by the North Central District Health Department. All students in grades 7 through 12 will have an opportunity to attend. Student groups and participation times are posted by the boys and girls restrooms and by the lunchrooms. You must attend during your scheduled time on the day you are scheduled. No exceptions unless approved by Mr. Fisher. Appropriate and respectful behavior is expected from all students.
And like we said, OHS will play Boys Town this Friday night in Omaha. School will be dismissed at 1 o'clock on Friday and game times at 7. And more on that 1 p.m. dismissal. The school's actually going to use a regular bell schedule, so they won't do like the shortened periods like some may have thought. What's going to happen is you're going to report briefly to your 6th period class, and then they're just going to dismiss everybody by intercom. So there will be no 7th or 8th period. But make sure that you report to 6th period on Friday.
Again, the OHS boys will be playing Boys Town this Friday night in Omaha. School is dismissed at 1 and game time is 7.
And that's all we have, so we're going to kick it on over to the Weather Girls.
Statewide weather. Over towards the west through Chadron Alliance in Sydney, it looks like we have your lower 20s, and down by Denver, we're in your mid-30s. Over by Ainsworth, Bedford, down through Broken Bow and North Platte, it looks like we're in your lower 30s for the day. Over by Norfolk, Columbus, down through Lincoln, it looks like we're in your upper 30s, lower 40s. And out by Fort Dodge in Des Moines, it looks like Fort Dodge is in your lower 40s, and Des Moines is in your upper 40s. And out by O'Neill, it's around 36 right now. So we're gonna bring Aurora on and do some daily weather.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I wasn't here yesterday. Did
Yeah,
you guys miss me?
I missed you.
Yeah,
I really
you had
did.
to do the weather. Who did the weather with you?
Sabrina. She was a good villain.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just not
good.
the same.
She's good.
She is good.
Yeah.
She's good.
In O'Neill right now, it looks like it's currently 37 degrees. Feels like 34. It's clear and sunny out right now. There's some northwest winds around 4 miles per hour, and the wind gust is at about 7 miles per hour, and looks like our humidity is at 93% right now.
Into the afternoon, it'll climb up to about 57 degrees. Wind gusts out of the north at around 6 miles per hour, or 9 miles per hour, and humidity is around 58%. As into the evening, it'll drop down into the 40s and then mid 30s, and wind will be around 17 miles an hour. Humidity will go up to around 75%, and it'll get pretty chilly. I know this morning when I walked out, there was frost on the grass a little bit, so it must have gotten pretty chilly last night.
For Wednesday, November 9th, it looks like it's going to be sunny. It looks like it's going to be sunny all throughout the week, really. It'll be around 66. It'll feel like 66. Through the night, it'll get down to about 48. The wind, we'll have some winds out of the south at around 16 miles per hour. And Thursday, it'll be 66 also. Through the night, it'll get down to 37, and looks like we'll have 16 mile per hour winds again out of the north.
So
Yeah,
pretty
look-
nice week.
Yeah, and then all weekend it's supposed to be in the
Lower 60s.
lower 60s. So
It's nice.
yeah. For some records on this day in O'Neill, there was a record low of 1 degrees in 1991.
Is it 1 degree or 1 degrees?
1 degree. I don't know. I
know.
think it really.
It's a good question to ponder. The record high was in 1999. It was 81 degrees. So, and I saw this looked kind of funny. It said, oh, sorry.
No.
The weather, it said election day forecast from temperatures to rain. Here's what you can expect as you head to the polls. So, I don't think it'll get rained on, but
Yeah.
it should be pretty nice today for election day. So that's good news. So now we'll bring on Just Cam for your daily sports show.
Hey, it's Cam and Tripod in the morning. That's Tripod. That's Cam. Alright, we're going to kick it off with a little Eagle sports news here. I think it's going to be a pretty good day in Eagle Nation, but there's not really much for sports going on. All that I think we have is the distracted driving program. But on Tuesday, November 10th, there will be a junior high wrestling tournament in Plainview and basketball girls J High in against West Holt in West Holt too. Friday, there will be a football varsity semifinal playoff game against Boys Town in Boys Town. So, what are your thoughts on that, Tripod? Yeah, nothing. All right. In some national sports news. Last night, Monday night game, the Seahawks were able to defeat the Bills 31-25. Stephen Curry sunk an NBA record 13 three-pointers, and that was, I believe, a game after he didn't make a three, which was like the first time in his career. Let's see. Also, in some other scores, Chicago Bulls defeated Orlando Magic 112-80. Golden State beat New Orleans Pelicans 116 to 106. And some other news this weekend, Nebraska plays. I guess I'll just go with some of the top games. As far as ratings go, and Alabama plays Mississippi State, which could be a good game. Let's see. One of my favorite teams, Oklahoma State, climbed back into the ratings, and Nebraska plays Minnesota, and that has the chances to be a very scary game. Just due to Minnesota's a pretty scrappy team. They play well. They play good football, so definitely Nebraska needs to look out there as their record dropped to 7-2 on Saturday with a 62-3 loss against Ohio State. So we're definitely looking to get that one back get back to what Nebraska should be. And now I'm going to pick a couple of games in Class D1 and D2. D1 and D2 play their playoff games today. We obviously play on Friday, but they're in the quarterfinals. Our quarterfinal game was last Friday, so I'm going to pick some games. CWC at Palmer, both 10-0. Tripod, what do you think? Not a whole lot. All right. I'm going to pick CWCE in this one. I know Palmer's a good team, but if CWCE can be at full health, I like them. 8-2 Burwell at Elm Creek. Burwell last week knocked off an undefeated Perkins County, who was the 2 seed, so I'm going Burwell in the upset, I guess you could call it. I'm not really going to call it an upset, though. I like Burwell. Heartland at Guardian Angels Central Catholic. Heartland actually has one of the better running backs in Nebraska. He's just about to clear 3,000-yard mark for a season, which is like historical. Yeah, that's a huge deal. He's sitting at 2,996. I'm picking the upset here. I'm going Austin Sturr is going to lead Heartland to a victory. Lord Central Catholic 8-2 at 9-1 Creighton. Creighton's lone loss came week 1 against Neely Oakdale, who was ineligible for the playoffs, and honestly, it was a little bit lopsided. But since then, Creighton's looked good. They played good football. I'm going to have to go Creighton on that one. Fall City Sacred Heart at Bloomfield. Both 9-1s. That's in the D2 bracket. Interestingly, Sacred Heart, 30 straight playoff appearances. Bloomfield, 29. 2 of the longest consecutive playoff appearance streaks in the state of Nebraska. I'm pulling what you'd like to call the upset here. I'm going Bloomfield. I like them in this one. Humphrey St. Francis at BDS. 2 quality teams. Humphrey St. Francis alone lost to Osceola, who got beat by I think Fall City Sacred. No. I don't exactly remember who that was. Anyways, I'm going to go Humphrey St. Francis on this one. So, yeah, Osceola, Osceola is who beat them, and Fall City Sacred Heart beat Osceola last week. So, I'm going Humphrey St. Francis. In the D2 West, Blue Hill 9-1 at Twin Loop 10-0. Blue Hill had a great win last week over a pretty stout St. Mary's squad. Twin Loop looks the part. I'm going Twin Loop on this one. Ansley Litchfield at Sandhills Thedford. Sandhills Thedford lone 2 losses. Were early in the season. They were struggling to overcome injuries. And then Ansley Litchfield also lost to Sandhills Thedford 64-0. I'm going to go Sandhills Thedford in this one, but I'm going to say it's going to be closer than 64-0. I like this in a 2-touchdown game. That's all we have for the Class D1 and Class D2 picks. If you tune back in on Thursday, we'll pick all your semifinal games, A through C1 or C2, and it'll definitely be an interesting show as we'll kind of draw things out for you and see how it shakes out. Have a great day and kick it on over to trending.
welcome to Trending Today with Emily Morrow and Aurora Gutschel.
No Jason Hallbeck, but I'll try my best.
Yes, today we're going to be talking about the election. Today is election day.
Yeah, high stakes day. I don't know if it's been this. Yeah, no kidding. You're right. It feels like the season finale to like a reality TV show.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. So I don't get it at all. Do you find out tonight, or is it like tomorrow, or does it take a while, or?
I think it takes a couple days, doesn't it?
It's probably like tomorrow. Do they say who it is tomorrow?
Do you know who?
It'll just depend on where the votes go.
Because if one doesn't get the majority of the electoral votes, they'll have to send it to the House of Representatives.
Oh.
So it might just depends, like.
So if
Sorry,
one doesn't get a majority of the electoral votes, then they send it to the House of Representatives, which takes longer in the long run. Right.
I feel like we learned this at some point, but I just kind of went.
Yes.
And I don't
Same.
really remember.
Same.
Because you're in what?
Heston class.
Oh. Michaela said she's learning all this from Mr. Hesse, so.
Yeah. Good job, Ms.
If you're in,
Bessie.
yeah, if you're in
But
that
I
class.
know here in town, the voting sites are the 38 building, and then I don't know the rest. So 38 building.
Mrs. Gotcha was telling us the other day in our study hall that the number one reason college students aren't voting is because they don't know where to get stamps for their absentee ballot. If that's not sad, then
Yeah, I know.
and it's just
I guess
bizarre
in
'cause
today's
you can-
society, though, we don't really
we
mail-
don't do that. But I mean, you can always like Google
I know.
where do I get stamps. I don't know. It just,
Yeah, I know. It's lazy people. these
yeah,
days,
I
guess.
suppose. And
Okay.
I know.
But here is a real question. Like, this is a legit question. Since Michelle Obama is going out of the office tomorrow,
She texted
do we
me
get
about
bread
this last
at
night.
lunch? Do we get bread and peanut butter back? That's a legit question.
It depends, I think.
Pass laws, so it'll still be a law when
Dang you.
the next first lady comes.
I need a peanut butter and jelly.
Unless
they like unpass the law.
Oh, and here's the question I was
golly.
thinking of. It'll be interesting to see, like, if Hillary was president, there's not a first. It's the first man or the first.
Is she
First
married though?
And she,
Bill Clinton?
I thought they got divorced. I don't know.
No, no. But
So
like,
he used to be a president, so now he's gonna be the first man.
yeah.
First,
What's the correct
first
title for
gentleman?
that?
Joe.
first gentleman.
But it's not
They don't say first woman, they say first lady.
true.
First
First
gentleman. First,
I don't know what the correct title for that would be.
What is the correct?
That should be interesting.
I'll Google it.
Yeah, first.
We were trying. Oh,
That is a good question.
yeah, I have no idea.
I did see Trump tweeted that Hillary will be ahead until all the Republican voters get off work.
Nice. I know we were trying to get our hands on the result of that mock election Mr. Fisher sent out last week, that just online email poll.
Yep.
And we were going to let you guys know the answers, but based off of what I've heard from classmates, I think I heard some of the best write-in candidates I've heard that could have,
I think they could have swept the real race.
Yes,
honestly.
I honestly think if they were in the real running, they probably would have run.
It says formally they would be introduced as the President of the United States and President Clinton, but in RP we would call him the first gentleman.
So he would actually be announced as President of the United States and President Clinton because he was actually a president,
Yeah.
and then you would have first gentleman. But anyway, we voted for Gary Hofstad as president and Steve Brown as vice president.
I think our country could go so many places with those two.
Oh,
as
for
the
sure.
Head of the ship.
I think so. I mean, you got someone who doesn't like to push a lot of buttons and someone
Yes.
who's not afraid to push buttons, and that is what you need in people.
Yeah, and so they'd balance each other out
And they-
perfectly.
And they both
They
have a lot of
know-
knowledge about
yes,
the world.
they know so much. And like Hunter said, there'd be a lot of great new things added to our country,
Oh,
like
for sure.
national guest geography.
Yeah. I mean, like
every
every Thursday, you could come to the White House and win guest geography.
That'd be so awesome.
Just imagine the stickers you can give out. as
Yes.
the president.
Wait, who is the president?
Gary Hofstad.
Gary Hofstad with Steve Brown as vice.
If you did opposite, Mrs. Brown would be the first lady.
I don't know.
Oh, that'd be golden.
We have Steve Brown as President of the United States and Terry Brown as the First Lady. She'd give me bread back. I know she would.
We'd be getting stuff done.
We
if that was
would
the case.
be.
She's one of the most organized ladies I know.
We're on neon. We do hard things.
I love that saying.
I don't know.
I saw an article this morning, and it's It's all about, we have all of your we have answers to all of your election questions. So some of them, like what we were talking about earlier, just a quick, what is the Electoral College? It says, a fun process that takes the election out of the hands of the people. It's a winner-take-all system where whichever party gets the majority of the popular vote is rewarded with the state's electoral votes.
Huh.
Just a quick synopsis.
That is interesting. There are also lots of quizzes. If you have okay, so I learned fun fact. They can't say the government cannot see who you vote for, but they can see if you don't vote. If they look into you, they cannot see who you vote for, but they can tell if you don't vote. And it is your right as a United States citizen, if you're 18 or above, to vote. So they can see if you don't vote. I don't know if they look, but they can see that. So if you have absolutely no idea who to vote for, there are a lot of quizzes online you can take, and they say if you don't want Trump or Hillary to win, here's what you need to do: vote for one or the other. Because if you vote for
It's Gary Johnson and
if you vote for
Stein?
there is no
I think it's Jill's.
Jill
right
Stein.
now there is no way for an independent to win. I read online.
Oh.
There's no possible way an independent can win, unless a miracle happened.
Well, I heard the bell go off, so that's all we have for our election talk today. So thanks for tuning in to Eagle Eye Broadcasting this morning.